What is going on, everyone? Welcome into Big Time Football Talk. So we just wrapped up the first day of Wild Card yesterday, Saturday. 49ers coming up with a big win over Seattle. And I think this was one I really saw coming because, the 49ers was my pick. I made it official on TikTok. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it's parsh.btf or, Big Time Football Talk, BTFT. So make sure to check me out there. I picked the 49ers to win the Super Bowl, and they have all the ingredients of a Super Bowl team. Granted, at the time, I thought Trey Lance was going to play a major role of that, but the 49ers are an example of when you build a roster with the trenches secure, great linebacker play, an elite edge rusher, an elite tackle. This is the formula for success. And a weapon like Deebo Samuel, this is how you put together a great football team, and you combine that with, I think, might be the best coach in football, Kyle Shanahan. So huge win for the 49ers. And this is a hot team right now. The Christian McCaffrey trade just keeps looking better and better. He is, he's on a roll. You get the feel he's going to score a touchdown every time. So San Fran, big win over Seattle. They cover the spread at -9.5. So yeah, won a little bit of money there. Nice win for the Niners. Seattle, I credit them for coming out and staying competitive. Sound like Pete Carroll had them loose, and Seattle did do a good job of competing in the first half, actually led at halftime 17-16, so I thought this was going to be a close one, but yeah, 49ers really pulled away, and kind of like Georgia, you get the feel that the 49ers are a team that when they want to turn it on and they really want to hunker down and score some points, they can do that, and they certainly did that in the second half. And Deebo Samuel, he's an absolute weapon, and just it's so fun to watch him make a big play. That one touchdown where he just really turned it on and got down the sideline, and dude is just so hard to tackle in space. So yeah, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown. That was a bet that I should have made. That was a bet that hopefully a lot of people had. Got some money on there. So 49ers cover at -9.5, and McCaffrey finds the end zone. Deebo finds the end zone. Brandon Ayuk looked really well. So yeah, the 49ers, I guess if you want to pick a weakness, it is the cornerback position. If there was a weakness on that team. But even Ward, he didn't have the best game, but stepped up and made a key pass breakup late in that game. And 49ers get it done against Seattle at home in the wild card. Next game, Jacksonville with a huge comeback, 31-30 victory over the Chargers, trailed 27-0 at one point. And to me, I was really, thinking about, Trevor Lawrence had what was going through his mind at that point. I mean, 4 interceptions in the first half, and then he comes back in the second half, throws 4 touchdowns. And I just laugh at that stat line, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but it's kind of deceiving because after the 4 interceptions, he threw 4 touchdowns. So it was it was high. It was very highs and lows for the Chargers. But, credit, like they said, Jacksonville really stuck to their game plan. And what I like about Doug Peterson, he always stays aggressive, and he's calm. And I like that they went back to the screen pass with Travis Etienne. That was working really well. Etienne has become a very good running back, and you see a lot of the skill set that he had at Clemson translating in the NFL. And he's making big plays. He's a great pass catcher, and he's a guy that you give him some space, and he can really take advantage of that. They love that outside zone run with ETN, and his acceleration for the running back position is second to none. But yeah, Jacksonville, they're young talent. rallying behind the belief of Trevor Lawrence, and then you got a good enough offensive mind in Doug Peterson. It's Chargers may not win it, or Jacksonville, may not win it all this year, but you got to like the direction they're heading, and next year they're kind of like the Lions. Next year with a good draft, you combine that with their core nucleus of young talent and a young star quarterback, and a good enough head coach, and Jacksonville, it's a recipe for great success next year if they do get it done in the slim chance that they do. But on the flip side, I mean, if you're the Chargers, this was a blown game. I mean, you go up 27 points in the NFL, you should win the game. And Justin Herbert, I thought was all right. He just, Herbert, there's too many, there's drives where I kind of compare him to Stetson Bennett. Most of the game he looks very well, but then he has a couple drives where it's not good. He takes some bad sacks. Just the offense is very stagnant, and it's not all on him to blame. The Joey Bosa slamming his helmet and getting that penalty on that 2-point conversion, or moving that 2-point try closer, and the Jags getting within 2 points to get the game-winning field goal was critical. I thought that there was some missed calls on the Chargers in the first half, and I thought that kind of flipped a little bit in the second half. I thought, in the end, I thought the officiating was pretty even both sides. I don't think the officials were really screwed any team over necessarily, or I don't think officials were in favor of, I don't think calls went, to one team too much, but. Yeah, Jacksonville, what a fun team this year, and it's a team that people like to root for because a lot of struggles in the recent years and getting it turned around this year. So, yeah, I stayed away from betting. I would have taken the Chargers, and early on, yeah, I would have been very confident, but yeah, if Vegas was close on this one because I saw it kind of. Chargers -1.5, and it was Chargers -2.5. But yeah, Vegas knew, or a lot of people, they were setting that line because a lot of people were kind of, the bets were kind of flipping back and forth. A lot of people leaning Jags, a lot of people betting Chargers, and then I'm sure why they bumped it up. A lot of people were starting to bet Jacksonville. So, but Jacksonville gets it done in a unlikely fashion, tremendous comeback, and we'll see what Jacksonville can do the rest of this playoff. So, thanks for tuning in, guys, to this episode of Big Time Football Talk. Make sure to stay tuned for more episodes and clips from the show. Till next time, peace.